Morning. I was going to save this till Monday. I was going to do a carpet job this morning, but it got postponed. So here I am, Saturday morning, a brilliant, crisp winter day. And before I venture into this, or the art of the unknown, abstract, just a few words about my approach or lack of. I'm not really an abstract painter. I have done a number of abstracts in the past. In fact, the first one I did was about 15 years ago. You can see me speaking. About 15 years ago, probably longer than that, 18 years ago, I was with the group that I used to belong to for many years, Carl Shorten and Wallington Arts Group. And we had an exhibition in the Sun Lounge at Fairfield Halls in Croydon, South London. It's a large theatre complex, theatre and a concert hall. And it's quite a prestigious venue. And my friend and I were on the desk one night, taking the money for anybody that ventured along and bold enough to buy one of our landscape paintings, the usual stuff, in sort of amateur, mixed amateur and semi-professional group. But I took a couple of extra paintings along with me, and I put them up against the stanchions, the display stands, and with the idea of taking them back. Well, one of them was the first abstract I ever did. It was about 18 by 12, something like that, and I had a frame for it, and a load of acrylics, and painting knife, and I had a go, and I thought, 20 minutes. I drizzled some gold and silver enamel paint over it as well, kitchen sink, and I had nothing in my mind. I just painted. I just enjoyed fun with the paints. My paints, I pay for them, I do what I want with them. And I put it up and I went off to chat to somebody in the exhibition, somebody I knew, and my pal came over to me. He said, "Hey Dave, that painting, someone's got it, they bought it, they've got it under their arm." I said, "Which one? Which landscape?" He said, "No, the abstract. I put a price of 150 quid on that, pounds." And somebody bought it. I couldn't believe it. There you go, you see, no accounting for taste. They're still probably wondering what was in my head when I painted it, but there was nothing. I just had the paint laid out and I slopped it on. I also have a friend who took a fine art degree in painting and stuff, art at the Open University, and I'm not sure that with this person's painting has actually improved as a result of all that work, but the person certainly knows how everybody else should paint their pictures, in that to do an abstract one must have a narrative. Well, I don't have a narrative, I just paint. But it's so different to what I normally do, like the landscapes. And I'm watching Charles Wolfe of I can't remember the name of his channel now, but it's Charles Wolfe anyway. He's a subscriber and an abstract painter, and he's been using my paintings as an inspiration, with the reflections anyway, to do his series of abstract impressions, which I'm quite happy about. And I've been watching his painting, and I'm quite inspired to have a go. So I prepared this board. It's a piece of hardboard. I've roughed it up on the smooth side and primed it with some PVA glue. PVA glue is the same stuff as acrylic paint. That's why I use the PVA glue as a medium if I want to thin it down, or even varnish it afterwards. And I've got my palette laid out in this Stay Wet palette. There we are, Stay Wet palette. And I'll show you the colours I've just my usual colours really. We've got I've put some white out, whether I use it or not I don't know. Alizarin crimson, light red, cadmium red, ultramarine, burnt sienna, black, yellow ochre, you can see that, and some mid yellow. Just pull that flat. This is a membrane that lets the water through but doesn't let the paint back the other way. And I've got it on a piece of sponge, some upholstery sponge. I've also got this is a bit of hardboard that's got this shiny melamine type coating on it. that if I want to mix off the palette, I can use that as an extra palette. I haven't got a clue what I'm going to do. Charles does. He's doing a series of reflections. Many of my paintings contain reflections, so let's slop a bit of paint around. I'm just using this knife. I've got a number of knives, big ones, small ones, some as big as your head. Oops, scissors. So I'll use a variety of those, but I want to put on a nice light colour. So I'll mix up a bit of white on my palette. You're not going to be able to see all this, but there's not much I can do about it. I've got one little camera, and so I'm going to mix in some yellow with that, yellow and the white, just a nice light sort of sky reflection colour. Just swap it about. Acrylic dries very, very quickly, so we need to work quick. Otherwise, once it starts to take on, or once it starts to dry, all these edges then become hard, and trying to go over them is a bit tricky. Now, I did have in my mind to put a bit of a black sky, and I like dark colours, so I'll mix it up on that board I showed you. A bit of black and a lot of ultramarine, so that'd be my sort of cloudy, sombre tones. The thing about knife painting is you can cover the board very, very quickly. I'm not concentrating on any sort of finish. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know where this is going to go. Let's put a bit more black. If I keep it fairly thin, then it won't be too difficult to add more paint over it as we go. But I like the blue and the black, so let's carry it through the picture. Well, I hesitate to call it a picture at this stage, it's just a mess. I'm going to keep it away from the edges because I do, if this works, or if we get some sort of nice image, I'll put it in a frame. No, let's just. That's lovely stuff. This is just ordinary Galleria, Winsor & Newton. Just a mixture, just acrylic paint. Let's just fill that hole in there. Right, let's go down to just ordinary blue in there. Got brighter blue, we can mix a bit of white. Sky. And of course I like wedges of trees, and for knife painting you can't beat good summer trees, so for that I'll mix some black on my palette, like on this thing here. They're just from a drawer unit that my friend just decided he didn't want anymore. So nice black and yellow. We get a nice green, a bit more black. So we've got the elements of the landscape in here. So this would be an abstract landscape for what it's worth. Let's repeat. So repeat the sounds, enjoy that great hymn. Normally I'll be listening to the radio, but on my headphones. But I really enjoy the experience of this. As it does dry, you can go over it with thicker paint. but you have to be prepared to spend money. This comes as a bit of a shock to us. Of course, we want our paints to last forever, don't we? But if money was no object, you could have great, thick, lovely, luscious paint. We're not worried about wasting. Oh, well, put that in there. There's some reds in there because of the complementary colours, red and green. Sky. Repeat. This is my cadmium red. A great English painter, abstract, is Sir Howard Hodgkin. I've mentioned him over the 3 years I've been doing painting. I absolutely love his work. He paints over the frames, he brings the frames into the actual picture. He's always painted like it. He's very elderly now, and I'm very lucky to have a couple of books signed by him. I've got to be careful of my new jeans. Drop me paint on them. Fill that area in there. I think if it looks good, I think that's the guy. It is good. So this is just my trees, my summer trees. Just keep everything a bit flat. Oh, nice neat red just coming through and refreshing. Just paint all over rather than just a bit of it. You can mix acrylic paint with plaster, Paris, sand, anything to thicken it up. I've got some texture paste as well, but that's quite expensive to use, so I don't use much of that. It's good to, if you're doing a brush painting, to brush on some onto your hardboard where you're going to put your trees. Gives a bit of texture underneath. Okay, let's take that down a little bit. It's an absolute mess, isn't it, really? But then, I wonder what was in Jackson Pollock's mind when he did his drip paintings. Well, he was drunk most of the time, but my word, did he paint some? Well, what can you say? I love them. I'm lucky enough to see them in our Tate Modern Gallery, London Bridge. Some pretty shapes there. Let's take that over there. Let's go for a bit of pink. I like lines. Relieves. Oh! This is the problem with acrylic. Well, we're doing this with painting. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put something over my lap. Put my smock over my lap. I need a big pinafore, really. I'm going to carry that through there. Just fill in up here that sort of flat area of black, blue-black. Right, let's have a bit of sienna, raw sienna, and sort of earthy pigment. Mix the colours a little bit. Just blend a little bit here. Well, the title of this is going to be Dave does abstracts, or something like that. Now the green. So I'm trying to put the elements of a landscape in with the colours, like the green representing trees in summer, the red being sunset type of, although I don't really do sunsets, I don't know why. I did one sunset of Fort DeSoto in Florida. I've been there several times with my sister. They have a holiday home in my relations in St. Petersburg, almost on the Gulf of, not the Gulf, on Tampa Bay. Lovely. We had a garage sale a year ago last November, and that was great fun. I sat outside under a sunshade doing watercolours and selling them for $10 a piece. That was terrific fun. And that's a great way for the Brits to meet Americans. Right, let's just repeat these. I want a bit of a brighter green there, so I'm going to just use some more of that yellow, just a little bit of black. I do have other ready-made greens. Right, let's put that in. That's a nice bright green. Now I've made that with just a touch of black in the mid-yellow. Oh, you can work on these forever. There's no meant to stop. But I think really what I'm trying to do is to have fun with paint, rather than paint what has always been painted, what everybody can do, is the landscapes. I remember one college principal of one of the major art schools in the 60s, 70s, so if you can't do it to the students, go modern. Now, make of that what you will, but I might change my knife to my trowel. Get some light going in there. That needs to be brighter, so we'll mix up. Let's mix up a bit of alizarin with the yellow. Let's get that in there. All the colours of the sky. Colour some of that up there. Go up here. Now the reason that's unpainted is because I've got this great big bracket there. Oh, no matter. Let's get up there. Put some of that in the green. Right, more green. Shake that down, flatten that. Another thing I learned, I haven't got one now, but I used to have a hot air gun, like one for burning off paint, and I'd use it over dried acrylic because it would frizzle, frizzle, and give a lovely technique, as if that sand had been stuck to the surface. Now I want some more of this bluey colour down in this area. Now, drip painting, a drip painting. It's quite like that. Just check those over there. At the end, I suppose I could put some trees on, with just to show some shapes. Right, using that paint now. I just want to cover the rest of the board. This is a great easel, very versatile. This is one of these John Herring, I think Frank Herring type easel. It's quite nimble, it's heavy, quite a weight to carry around if you want to use it outside. But I know the art shop in Dorchester, in Dorset, Herring and Son. In fact, our old neighbour's daughter married the son, Paul, and they live in a lovely village of Morton, where T.E. Lawrence, as Lawrence of Arabia, is buried. Want some more brilliant colours. I'm going to. I haven't got orange. I sort of mix my own. You need a toilet roll or a big roll of paper to wipe your tools with. What's this yellow? Fine artist quality, medium yellow. Yeah, that's good. This is Reeves. There's no good asking me what paints I use, because I just use what's available. And I bought these cheaply with that Art in Action exhibition last year, along with those sable brushes. Right, now let's lighten that up a bit over there on my. I'll show you what I'm doing here. Look, there's my palette. Let's move that, and there is my piece of hardboard melamine. I think that's what it is. Oh, this looks interesting, doesn't it? So nice lights going into this water. I'll put some blue down here. Right, put some of that green, some yellow in here. Just feather it and just, or a bit of blending. Charles, I hope that's not like this, but I hope it doesn't bear any resemblance to anything you painted. So I know Charles will be watching this. I think it's just having the boldness to have a go at this sort of stuff. To be quite honest, I do get fed up with doing the same old landscapes, but there are new people watching all the time, and it gives me a bit of enthusiasm to paint. Right, a bit of white in there, I think. I need some red over there, or some orangey. Get that bright in there. Just layering on there, just putting those complementary colours together, the greens and the reds and the orangey. Let's get down here. I need the blue down there, but perhaps not so. Oh, I don't know. Let's just put it in, because we've got it above, so let's put it below. So you can say, or I can say that I'm doing this just to renew my enthusiasm for painting. But I am enjoying doing this. Let's get that down there. Bit of white in there. Ooh. Okay, now we've got that area there to fill. Just a melange of colour here. Bit of the red and the black and the blue. Now I'm not going to call this reflections, I'm just going to call this Dave's abstract. But it might get me back to some more landscape painting and acrylics. I've been enjoying the watercolours, but you've got to have a change, you've got to try something new. Right, okay, that's a bit of a mess there, so we'll do something else. Night sky, night sky. Just brighten it up there. Catching the last of the sun. Water on the horizon, something like that. More reflections in here. No, I wouldn't mind betting you. Someone said, why am I wasting time doing stuff like this when I do what I do normally? But there's something very freeing about this. No rules. So if I've got a narrative, the narrative is a landscape based on my experience. How about that? Let's just drag some of this brilliance through. No people. Well, that needs to be a bit more stated. Let's put a bit of white on there. Not enough contrast in that. Right, now my nice reds. Something there. Just dragging down. Right. This hardening off now. Well, I'll see if I can carry that through here. Well, not try on. If I can, I can. Just have to put some paint on the knife and right, let's have some blobs of colour. As a finale. One way in there. need something there just to relieve that bit. Right, okay, I'm going to say that's, who knows whether that's finished, but it's quick. Now I've got to use something to put a signature on there, so I'll do it in white with this brush. Get a bit nice and clean. Right, that's the only brushwork we've used. Now I'm going to put that in the frame and we'll have a look. We'll have a look. Set that off there, move that up there, move that up there. Right. Because it's quite dry around the edges. I can't mess yesterday, I hope it fits. Yeah, it does. Right, I'll put in a couple of nails. Talk among yourselves. Just to hold it in the frame so it doesn't drop out all over my jeans. Now, apart from those people that say we're load of rubbish, there'll be at least one person say it's the best thing they've ever seen. Right, here we are. Don't look. Down there. Right, there we are, one abstract. Jackson Pollock, Eat Your Heart Out. Yeah. So that was good fun, I hope you enjoyed that. Oh look, I've got some paint on there. Oh dear, it's a very expensive gallery frame. But the trouble is I hang around in the studio and they slowly get chipped and knocked. Right, well I'm going to let that go. That's what it is. It's an abstract. It's got narrative because it's got reflections and it's got some trees, it's got sky, it's got sunset colours, and it's got a shadow down here. Could have gone further to the corner there, but anyway, there you go. Let's zoom in. I can get it a bit straighter there. We'll have a look at the surface of it. Sometimes I do this a bit quick and it doesn't focus in. A nice slabby strokes. And there's the top. Okay, let's just zoom out. Right, I'll go and upload that. I'll show you what's left of the palette. There we are. I'll clean that up and that's all usable again. That is not. I'll clean it off, but I can use that again too, I reckon. Okay. Well, we had fun, didn't we? Bye for now.